Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games back with another cool pinball repair video for you this evening. We have been working on this Williams high speed. We did 3 videos on it so far, so if you didn't see them, check them out. It's actually in pretty nice shape. Very clean cabinet, very clean board set, very clean Playfield. We've done some work on the boards. And this particular one, someone had cut the head of it off by cutting all the wires. So if you didn't see that video, go back and check it out. I had to splice together each wire between the head and the cabinet. But it worked just fine. The only thing really left that's a major issue is the displays. We're missing 2 of the displays. So we're going to fix that here shortly. But it's time to work this Playfield, so I figured I would show you the condition that it's in right now, and then Joey's going to come in and clean it up, and we'll go from there. Of course, we got the glass on it right now, but it's actually pretty decent. A lot of times, you know, these have a lot of wear. This one does not. A little bit of wear around that hold bonus insert there. And the 75,000 insert, but it's just so minor, I'm not going to touch it up or anything. I'm just going to leave it. It's just in really nice shape, which makes sense because the whole cabinet is in really nice shape. So it seems like this is a low hour machine, if there's such a thing.
Okay, buddy, come over.
Beacon works, by the way. Okay, buddy, pull over. All of the rubber rings have snapped, or a lot of them have. This thing, the batteries in it said that they expired in 2011, which means they may have been put in there as early as 2001. So I think the last time somebody messed with this was probably quite a while ago. You can see the rubber's broken. So it was probably in somebody's house and just sitting there not being played for a long time. I would imagine once the rubber rings broke, it just sat around and they didn't do anything. So we're going to have Joey clean it up, get her nice and shiny, get new rubber rings on it, and let's see if he can figure out how to take apart all of this stuff. What do you think? There won't be any repainting or anything. We're just going to clean it, wax it. I think all the light bulbs even work. We still got, you know, stuff under the Playfield and things to do, but mainly we just need to get new rubbers on it, get everything clean and nice. So that's where we're going. And after that, I'll come back and we'll do these LED displays. Okay, folks, we're going to go ahead and make some LED displays. Two of them are missing off of the machine. I looked in my part stash. I don't have any extra ones for it. The top two are alphanumeric, and the bottom two are just numeric, and this one is just numeric. It was that age. Now, the flickering is just on the camera, and person to you, the naked eye, it's not doing that. It's just catching the refresh rate. They actually, all three of those look excellent. They work perfect. There's not one problem with them. But the problem is I'm missing two of them. So I don't have any choice but to put a whole new set in it. So let me show you the little board on the back that makes them work. It's a Williams System 11. This little board here is called, I think it's called the master board. The master control board, I believe. And basically it gets signals from the power supply and the CPU over to the board, and then it uses, chips to basically decode the information and send it out to the proper display. And the 5 displays are connected with 5 ribbon cables. So the reason that we can't just make 2 new displays and plug them in is because of the voltage differences. So let me show you what I'm talking about in the schematics. It'll make it a lot simpler. So if you look on the schematics, that master display board, the master control board, has positive 100 volts running to it, where it's lowered by 10 volts to positive 90 volts, and it has a negative 100 volts. So those voltages go to it, and it's just the way the old plasma displays work. They need those voltages. Well, why couldn't you just make an LED, display that just doesn't have those 2 pins populated or something like that, right? Well, it's because of the way that the LEDs work. You've got all of these lines that run to the plasma that come from the 7180 chips and the 6118 chips. So those 2 chips are what are ultimately interfaced with the displays. So if we wanted to take an LED display and replace one of those plasma displays with it, the only signals we would have running to it are off of the 6118 and the 7180s. So this is the 6118 vacuum fluorescent display driver. So even if the LED would work with that, the supply voltage, recommended operating conditions, the supply voltage is 70 volts. But it can work off of 5 volts, right? But it's 70 volts. And then the output voltage is between 77 and 78 volts. So those chips are cooking because they've got them running off of that damn 90 volts or whatever it is. I mean, they are pushing it, right? So you can't hook an LED up to 70 volts. It's just going to fry it immediately. So because of that, you have to replace that entire board, because the 6118s and the other ones just aren't appropriate for LEDs. So unfortunately, you have to replace the whole thing. Now on a Bally system, they don't have a master display thing, and you can replace just one display with an LED display, as crazy as that sounds. But on these, you can't do it just because of the way that it's designed. Now, to be fair, on the Bally displays, you can swap just one if you needed to. They'll look a little different, though, so most people aren't going to do that. But you could if you needed to. But to be fair, that's because they've got the chips on the board that you swap. So they're probably actually using less chips the way they're doing it on the Williams one. They just have one extra board, but whatever. You get the point. This is a different way. So it's viewer mail time. We paid for this viewer mail, though. This is our address if you ever want to send us a letter, right? These are my favorite ones to get. It's Wolfpack Technologies. And I got to be honest, I like that you save a little money by putting them together yourself. I just think that's cool. Williams System 11 and Data East Laser War Replacement Display Kit. When assembled, this display will replace the displays used on many Williams System 11 pinball machines. For the complete list of compatible machines, see the list at the end of the instructions, which would be all the way Oh, I have to download them. We'll have to download them. Let's see what we've got. Maybe I don't have to download them. I mean, it tells you right here. Doesn't it tell you right here? It tells you where everything goes, doesn't it? Come on, people. Come on now. So we've got this little bag. That's probably for the master display. Or maybe that's for everything. Is that? No, that's not for everything because it doesn't have enough connectors for these. So we've got this. I don't know. Maybe it is. We'll see. I think we may be a little short. That's what I think. I don't know that there's enough stuff here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what? I should never have doubted. I've never had a bad one yet. Okay, so this is the master board, the new one, and then these will be the little slave boards that are the actual display. And these are the segments, the LED segments. That will give us our number. And that's about it. We've got some resistors here, a bunch of connectors, and a few IC chips, but it's really not that complex. This is actually going to be, in my opinion, much quicker than the Bally ones. So I'm going to do this board first, get it out of the way, and then we'll go from there. All right, so it took about 30 minutes to do this. Now, I left these out specifically because there's a little interesting little discrepancy here. Remember, I didn't download the instructions. I'm just rolling with it. So it has them all numbered, you know, where everything goes. And remember, all the components are basically on this one board. And so here we've got the resistors, and you use different size resistors depending on which color LEDs you're putting in. But it says R1 through R16. But it says there's 23 of them, when that would be 16 of them. So what's that all about? Well, I went ahead and did R1 through R16. And I left out 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, which would be the other 7. They do send those to you, right? And if you look, the ones that aren't populated, here on the back, I'll run over to the end of this one connector. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The last 10 pins of this one connector. But it's the credit and match display, which has less digits on it. So they've all got 7, but the credit and match only has 4. So I guess it just needs 7 less resistors. All right, so I looked on his instructions online, and it's just a typo. You do need all 23 because it's used, you know, I was saying that it doesn't use half a thing, blah, 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 but those segments are also used for player 3 and player 4, so it's necessary. You have to have them in there. So it's just a typo. So I'm gonna go ahead and install them. And if you look at, here is the board for the credit and match. If you look, half of it doesn't look populated. Just turn it over on the back, it is. So all of them are necessary. Go ahead and install all of them. Minor little discrepancy. Okay, folks, so I have put the master display board in, put all the original connectors back on it. Now, the 100 and negative 100 volts that comes from here, that goes over, are on this connector here. It's the orange wire and the brown wire. They're in the middle. But if you look at the board whenever you build it, there's nothing populated there. They only have the first pin and the 6th pin hooked up, which is the gray one, and the black one, which is 5 volts and ground. So the 100 volts, you can remove the fuse to get rid of that off of this power supply. I got to look up and see which one it is, but I guess you could see up here. It's going to be the top one, I believe this one. But I'll look it up. You can remove that fuse, which will just make it where this board no longer puts out that voltage. But right now, it's just running over to that connector and not going anywhere. So while we're messing with it, we can just leave it like that. It'll run like that just fine. Let's turn it on and see if we've got our first display working. Yeah, I wish you could see it. Oh, I wish you could see it. To you, it looks like a flicker, but to me, it looks like heaven. All right, so that's that one. Let's do another one. All right, our first alphanumeric is done. I'm trying to get us back where we was before I started this mess. It's alpha. I mean, it was numeric, now it's alpha. There we go, cool. Yeah, so that's working good. I have both alphas back. Let's see. What happened? What's the problem? Oh, there it is. It was just showing me a 0, 0. You guys probably can't even see this that good. Let me try turning the lights off. It might show up better with the lights off. I doubt it, but we'll try. All right, so I've got the number 3 display, which was one of the ones that was missing. This one, of course, is just numeric. Where's the numeric? What? Oh, there it is. Hey, it's back. And you can see it without the flicker now. That's cool. Well, I'm glad you got to experience it. All right, so let me rebuild the 4th one and we'll put it on. All right, I've got all of them mounted back. Let's see what it looks like with the full new LED set. So cool. Love it. Wolfpack saves the day again. Yeah, they look great. I just went with the orange, the regular orange. And I got to tell you, you know, I don't really like LED stuff. You know, I don't put them in the machines usually. But the displays look almost identical to the plasma, at least these Wolfpack ones. I don't know that I would be able to discern the difference if the plasma display was in nice shape. If I had 2 pictures side by side of the plasma and these LEDs, I don't know that I could tell the difference. It's that close. And it allows you to get rid of those high voltages out of the power supply. The LED ones presumably are going to last a hell of a lot longer than the plasma ones. And they don't make the plasma ones anymore. So even if you want to keep the plasmas, you're down to using used parts. So this is one of the best upgrades you can do to these, in my opinion. I wouldn't do it if yours are still in good shape. And what I typically do is I'll try to buy, like if I've got 1 or 2 missing, I'll just try to buy them or use parts. But now that I put LEDs in this, now I've got some extra displays for my next one. You know, and I may end up where 1 out of every 3 or 4 games you have to put LEDs in. One of the problems though is they're not all interchangeable. So some of them are a slightly different setup. Like there may be one where all 4 of them are mounted to a big board or something. So I was going to see if the beacon's going to take off on us. I thought I saw it stick earlier. Give us some speech. Come on. Come on. Come on. Is this one of the, I think this one just uses a motor. It doesn't use the belts. I can't remember what game that is that uses the belts. Is that Pinball? Yeah, see, it's stuck. What happened? The freaking thing's stuck. All right, so we'll have to mess with that. Might just need oiled or something. So, very cool. All right, folks, it's viewer mail time. This is our address if you want to send us a letter. We are not soliciting packages, but sometimes people want to talk to us. We had a visitor in today from Connecticut. He came by and checked out the shop. That was cool. So hello to him. Nice meeting him. So we got this package in. I opened it, but I haven't looked to see what's in it yet. So we have a note here that says, to Joe and Ronnie. Let me see if this is safe for public, you know. Okay, all right. Here, I'm going to pull this out so we can look at it, because it looks like he talks about it all in the thing. All right, so this is Legionnaire, Galaxy's Edge, written by Jason Anspach, and Nick Cole. Okay, that's kind of cool. All right, so we got a book. We have Tossin axes. That's a good name for an axe throwing place. We have a 3D printed cap for some kind of bolt. I wonder if that's the size of a pinball leg bolt. I'm going to guess that's 5/8. That's 5/8 of an inch. That's my guess. Here's another one. And you know what? I think that one's smaller. I'm going to guess that's a 9/16. Let's see if they look different together. Am I tripping? That one's smaller, isn't it? That's a 9/16. Sure, maybe not. I don't know. I think they're the same size now that I look at both of them. All right, we'll see. I don't know what those are. This is a couple EPROMs. It says, should be good. All right. This is like a whole treasure hunt. Oh, more EPROMs. Cool. Oh, well, let's see what this is. Pinball, I would guess. '81-25. So it's made the 25th week of 1981. It's a prom. And those look like Bally numbers to me. 81. Are these Baby Pac-Man? Is that a Baby Pac-Man prom, maybe? I don't know. He might say in the letter. Let's see what else we got in here. Boo. All right. That's pretty cool. I like those. And a Tossin Axes challenge token. That's pretty sweet. There you go, folks. You might be able to go visit with that, I would assume. Maybe. Is that high enough definition that that's going to work? And another one. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Another sticker. Another sticker. And finally, it's a damn LED. Ugh. It was going so good till then. All right. Dear Joe and Ronnie, should I give the guy a voice? Nah, I'll just read it in my voice. Dear Joe and Ronnie, thanks for being pillars of the arcade and pinball community. Why, thank you. Daniel. By the way, Joey and Ronnie's father was named Daniel. Thanks for being pillars of the arcade and pinball community. Your videos are honestly a wealth of knowledge that I and everyone else greatly appreciate. You said everyone else, not everyone else. A lot of people like it, but it's not everyone. Now, I got plenty of haters. You know, you're not successful until you have haters. I have, and continue to, grow my skill set through all of the knowledge and wisdom you both share. I don't know that I've got too much knowledge and wisdom. I just have persistence. I'm so happy y'all set up a Patreon so that I can directly contribute to helping support your channel. Why, thank you. We appreciate that, Daniel. Enclosed are some 3D printed knickknacks and some EPROMs I am unable to use. The two 2532s should be new old stock, but my programmer doesn't want to work with them because I can't get the nicer programmer yet. Let me see those. I'll tell you a little something about them. Seen it 1,000 times. These damn EPROMs, these TMS 2532As, there's a bunch of them that have been mislabeled floating around. 2532As. I don't know for sure that these are them, but there was something where it's mislabeled, and it's not a 2532, it's a 2516 or something like that, where they mislabeled the freaking thing, and they're all over eBay, new old stock. That might be what those are. I don't know. I've got a bunch of them here somewhere. And we tried and messed around with it, couldn't figure it out, and we finally figured out what they were, but I can't remember if they were 2516s, or 2716s, or if they were 2732s or what. But that might be what's going on with those. I can't get the nicer program yet. The Hitachi 2532Gs, though, work great with it. So I'm just getting those from now on. The other chips might be good or not. I'm not 100%, but if they're trash, sorry. Well, we'll put them where we can check them all out. Whenever we get ready to burn some 2532s, we'll try them out and see. If they're trash, it's no big deal. It just takes a second. Also, if you like sci-fi, and who doesn't, there's a free book for you. If not, I hope you give it to someone who does. I think it's a great series. Legionnaire. Okay, cool. Thank you. And finally, I have sent you one Comet, non-ghosting, warm white, bayonet pinball LED. I know how much you love LEDs, so I hope you find a great machine to put it into. Yeah, I'll put it in a machine, all right. I look forward to your videos every week, and I love learning Joe's tips on arcade and CRT repair, and your tips on pinball restoration and PCB repair. Keep up the great work. Daniel C. Why, thank you, Daniel. P.S. Yellow prints are pinball something blade installation tools. Pinball art blade. Art blade, is that what it says? That's like the art that goes on the side of the body above the playfield. Installation tools. How would that be? Oh, that's for the that's for that where that bolt goes through the body because of the hinge, I think. Maybe. I think. All right. I'm sure I will need them at some point. I will keep them until then. So thank you, Daniel. We appreciate the little goodie bag you sent us. I'll try to give the book a read, and we love that you sent us the EPROMs because we always can use those. We'll put them with our stash of other ones, and whenever we need some 2532s, we'll have some extras. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I assume this might be your place, Tossing Axes. So everybody check that out and see what's up with that. All right, back to the video. Here is this beacon unit, as they call it. And it has it's a very simple thing. So they send, I guess it's 12 volts. Let's see what it says on the motor. Probably says on the other side of the motor. We could probably knock that case off the back there and look in it, but whatever. Bowman Electrical Products Corporation, Chicago, Illinois. It's a Model E. So they send 12 volts up to it. And that makes this turn. Oh, if I can get it to do it. Now see how it's slipping? That says it's going past each gear, so, and it won't go the other way. And then you have a flash bulb up here as well. So it just gets its power. It's always on. It's attached directly to the motor as well. So when the motor has power, that bulb has power. And so all that's going on is this is turning around. And it reflects the beacon at the wall and around the top of the machine. So why did it jam? I don't know. I'm not sure. Could be the motor's burning up. They don't usually burn up. Usually, guess what? I just figured out why it wasn't turning. So the reason it wasn't turning is because it must have been slipping on the shaft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some 3-in-1 oil. And for at least this shaft that I can get to easily, I'm going to put a little oil here and a little oil there on that pivot. I'm not going to worry about the couple that are inside that gearbox there. And then I'm going to tighten this down and see if that fixes it. It could very well be. I mean, I was just turning it. I wonder if... Yeah, it'll turn by hand. You see the flat spot on it? I don't know. Something was going on. So we'll try oiling it and then putting it back together. It was working when I first put it together. It was working just fine. So, who knows? But we'll try a little oil. I'll get that on there a little better. I'll clean it off too to make it brighter. Oh, I know how y'all like those bright lights on pinball machines. You would love if I could put a super saturator retina burner 3000 in there, LED. If I could put a LED super saturator retina burner 3000, everybody'd freaking pay an extra $100 for this machine. But I don't like them like that. I'm gonna put it the original way. But yeah, let me see. So we'll do that, and then I'll mount it back in there. It's real easy. There's just 2 little screws that hold it in place, and it just plugs in real simple. And we'll test it in the test menu and just see if it wants to act right. Well, I have to say, after putting a little oil on it, it does seem to move a lot easier. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just starting to gum up. Okay, let's try it again. All right, folks. So, let's see what we can do here. Oh. There we go. All right. Music test. Here we go. Now it's going to do it probably. Display test. There's the displays testing.
Pull over. Pull over.
All of the lamps. We haven't messed with the lamps really yet. I believe all the ones on the Playfield are working though. Single lamps. Now this is not a lamp actually. It's a solenoid. It's stuck. It's stuck again. It could be, though, that it's just, since it's just slowly pulsing it, maybe that's a problem. Or it could be that damn gearbox. Switches, switch edges. That's all that it'll do. Okay, so let's watch it in gameplay. Or not gameplay, but a track mode. And see if it does it in a track mode, because, you know, it'll hold it on the whole time. Or if it's still giving us issues. You can get that motor new, but it sure would be nice to just fix it, you know. Come on. I'm gonna have to edit some of this out. Oh, it's stuck bigger than hell. Completely stuck. You hear it? It ain't happy. Okay, so it ain't right. Okay, back out we went. So I popped the back off, and it exposed this rotor type thing. And then we're in there like swimwear. There's no, all the gears appear to be metal, and I don't see anything really messed up. I would imagine they're just sticking because of all this old grease. Yeah, that crap is thick. So this is all just kind of dried up, I think. So I'm going to carefully remove these gears and try to tell what order they go in. And then we'll clean it up a little bit. We'll put some super lube on it and put her back together. Oh, so this can here, I bent it up a little bit. Look, folks, it was already broke, all right? A new one's $80, but I'm going to save that $80. I got to bend this back flat. You can see I was messing with it there on the end. Look, once I got one out, I was good after that, okay? It's going to be fine, folks. Don't worry about it. Remember, that's the part that goes under here. You'll never even see it. Okay, so let me clean some of this up and see where we get with that. Okay, so now we're getting there. So I'm tearing it all apart. So you can see what the problem is right here. Let's zoom in. I can see better on this than I can with my naked eye. Let's see, what are we looking at here? It almost looks like there's two gears, but there's not. There's just all kinds of wear in the center of that gear. It's essentially stripped out. That's damage. That's not design, obviously. So we found the one thing on the pinball machine that's pretty worn. Okay, so with that said, see this piece here? The top of it? Well, that doesn't seat in this. It does kind of touch it, because you can see where it's been touching it, but it doesn't seat there. So I think we can fix this by putting a washer on it. Have I bent the thing? Does that bent? It almost looks bent. I don't see how it would be. Anyway, boy, it sure looks bent. No, I guess not. I mean, it's wobbling a little bit, but the whole thing is. Okay, so whenever we put this all back together, I think we can put a washer on this where it rides on that lip, lift it up just a little teeny bit, and it will lift it up to where our gear is using new meat. That's my plan, man. Okay, so I've cleaned it up. I haven't put any super lube in it yet, but I just wanted to show you that gear. I did put a washer on it. This motor is actually hard to get out, so I don't want to take it back out. If I did, I would probably just remove that washer, because basically that spot in the gear that we're talking about, I've moved it actually a little. That's not what did it. Like this gear down here on the bottom. Oh, look at this. I've got a teaching aid. This gear didn't create that problem. So this gear is still meshed with these teeth. It would have been down a little bit farther if I didn't put the washer on it, okay? Because this would be up just a little bit more. What created it was this lever here. So there is a lever so that the motor when it turns this way, everything's turning, right? But if it tries to go backwards, that lever catches it. So all of that wear was actually from that lever. So I have moved it where now the lever is on new meat, but it's put the gear closer to the wear before. So I don't know, but we'll try it. I think it'll work like that. So what is that for? I believe that my buddy Matt has told me that sometimes when a motor starts up, it starts up going the wrong direction. And so that is to catch it and knock it the other direction, possibly. I might have that right, might not. It just has something to do with the way well, it's DC powered, so I don't know. I don't know. That might be it, though. It might be that it sometimes whenever it comes up, it goes the wrong direction, and that lever is to keep it from doing that and go back the other direction. Ironically, on this game, because of the nature of the beacon, what it's doing, it wouldn't really matter. If the beacon was turning the wrong direction, you wouldn't even know, and it would actually be kind of cool that sometimes it turns one way, sometimes it turns the other way. But we're going to leave it as designed. But you could probably break that lever off and just have it free spin. We're not going to do that, though. But yeah, so that was what was causing all of that wear. And since it's so severe, I would have to think that probably a lot, it starts going the wrong direction and it catches it and makes it go back the other direction. It could also be that that was our problem with why it wouldn't spin, though. What if it's not supposed to do that? And the reason that it was tearing all that up is because half the time it's going the wrong direction and it can't, so it just sits there. What if that's what happened? Is it playing the creepy music right now? I don't know. We'll find out. So I'm going to put it all back together, put some grease on it. Oh, and by the way, you need to get some of this immediately. Super Lube, multi-purpose synthetic grease. We use this on all of our EM pinball machines, but it works great for stuff like this too. So you end up using it in pinball machines all the time. Get the type, if you don't get this type, get something that's dielectric if you're going to use it on EMs. But this stuff just works great, and it won't dry up and get all sticky like whatever they had in there, right? So if you want some of this, we've got it on our website. Go to lionsarcade.com, go to our parts page, and there's a bunch of links on there to stuff on YouTube that we use in our videos like this Super Loop. If you buy anything on Amazon, did I say links to YouTube? Links to Amazon. If you buy anything on there, it gives us a tip for you purchasing it. We also have our 3-in-1 oil on there. Now, check this out. This is the Blue Label 3-in-1 oil. See how it says SAE 20? If you get the kind that's got the red label, it's SAE 10. It's thinner. But this is for motors. It just works good on motors. It's just a little thicker. Okay, now on this we're putting grease, though. We're not doing oil. I was just doing oil because I couldn't get into it, or I didn't want to get into it. All right, so I'm going to put it all back together. We'll try it out one more time, and we'll go from there. That seems to have done the trick, folks. I took it back apart, though, because it wasn't working right. And I took that washer off of there that I had put on there. Didn't need that, obviously, once I figured out what the groove was for. And the Super Lube, I put a little oil in it, too, just to get the viscosity down, to make it a little thinner, because that grease is pretty thick. And it seems to turn really well now, so I'm kind of happy with that. So let's go out into gameplay. Whoa. Go all the way through the test. There's like 50 audits and 70 adjustments, and then you're back out into gameplay. So we have to play this little game called Wait for the Light to Go Off. Now, when the light goes off, it's gonna do its whole thing and go all around the room, and we're gonna scare the vagrants out front that are thinking that somebody's coming to mess with them or something. People are going to think that the ambulance is coming, or the police are coming, or the fire truck is coming. Someone left a comment that they have one in the UK, and they switched out the red dome for a blue dome, because if you see a red dome in the UK, it don't scare anybody. But if you see the blue lights go on, whew. But to be honest, it's like that in the United States too. I think most cop cars have blue. Maybe they've all got blue and red. I don't know. I don't get pulled over by the cops too much. But cops do have blue, at least partially. I think it used to be one was blue and one was red. All right, so it should do it here in a second. I'm trying to talk to kill time. It has to do with the attract mode that it's showing on the Playfield and on the displays. But eventually, to try to get you to come over and play it, it will go crazy with the siren, and I want to see if it jams after it's on for a few seconds, or if it's going to work with us. When I first got it, it was working, but it would jam. But I think I've got it so smooth now. Oh, so smooth that it's going to do its thing. It might be right here, if I remember correctly. Come on. Come on, do your thing. Come on, high speed, we're waiting. There's a car driving by. Maybe it'll do it right when the car drives. Nope. I'd like for the timing to, affect something outside. Well, I guess it's broke. I guess no matter what I do, it's not gonna fire off. I'm definitely not waiting on it anymore, or watching it like a teapot. A watch kettle never boils. I think that's the phrase. Yep, I don't want the siren to go off, because if I did, I'd have to wait all day.
Dispatch, this is 504. Suspect in the site, over.
Beautiful. Hell yeah. Look at that. Awesome. I love being able to fix what's originally in there. I could have bought another one, but that one looked pretty good other than that wear on that gear. And once I found out it was that little lever, so that's cool. I'm glad we were able to save it. Of course, we'll keep watching it while we play it, but I think with it all lubed up and nothing was burnt up inside, I think we're good. All right, folks, so there you go. Next time we will work on the Playfield a little bit to finish it. We already did the Playfield, obviously, but to finish up the little adjustments and things, we will do the bridge rectifier mod and a few other things, and then we'll play a game. So we'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Steve Ritchie's masterpiece, High Speed.